doing this, just pressing play without having a plan for so long that it's become automatic. I guess it's a good example of how you get good at something. I remember when I first started doing videos, I think it was like February of 2023. It's been over 3 years. And, I just remember like how I was nervous and thought it had to be perfect, whatever. And then for a while I would just like, sit there for minutes, like trying to think about what I wanted to talk about. And then when I had it planned, then I would hit play, and now I just hit record and go. And something always comes out, right? You don't know what's going to come out until you hit record. But you have to trust that something is going to come out. And that's how you build trust. You just keep leaping out there and taking risk. I thought about that today. I was driving home. I was driving over the Bay Bridge, and I don't know why I was thinking about this, but like taking risk is the key to having an interesting life. And that risk can take all kinds of forms. It doesn't have to be crazy, like stupid risk like base jumping, but just, doing things that challenge you, doing things that are scary, doing things that push your limits, that take you to new places, give you new experiences, make you get good at new things. That's all risk. And that's what makes life interesting. And if you're not taking risk, your life probably isn't that interesting. So if you want to live an interesting life, you got to take risk. And I know I didn't take risk for a long time, and I didn't find my life interesting. And then, in order to cure that, I took risks that weren't healthy. And I did things that, I'm ashamed of and I wish I hadn't done. And that's because that's what happens. Like if you're not guided and you don't know what healthy risk is, you don't know how to live a fulfilling life, then you get bored, and then you get desperate, and then you start to take risks just to make life interesting, because you have to feel something. And so you take the kind of risks that aren't worth taking because you don't know how to take the right risks. So you got to be, connected with yourself to know what authentic, risk looks like. Yeah. And as long as you keep taking those risks, life will continue to be interesting. And I think that's the point of life. So just hitting record is one way I take risks.